So a while back, I made a video talking about how Aghanim sections of messing around with the continuum device started the countdown for the Great Confluence. And I recently made a video where I proved that the events in the Dota 1 game and the events in the Dota 2 game are taking place in two alternate universes in parallel worlds. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why I think the Dota 1 universe is going to merge with the Dota 2 universe in the upcoming Great Confluence. But before we begin, I gotta say that this video is part of a bigger theory that is split up into multiple parts. And these theory videos are interconnected like shown here. Yes, I know this might look confusing, but all you need to know for now is that you are currently watching this video right here, and I highly recommend you to watch the videos that came before this video to properly understand the things that I'm going to say in this video. And the links for all of the related videos are in the description box below if you want to check them out. But if you already watched the previous videos of this theory, let's begin this video. So to recap, in the Aghanim's continuum theory video, I said that Aghanim's actions of messing around with the continuum device started the countdown for the Great Confluence. And in that video, I said that although the Great Confluence seems to be the merging of the Hon and the Dota 2 universes, there seems to be a couple of other universes that is going to merge with the Dota 2 universe in this Great Confluence. And recently, I made a couple of videos where I proved that the Dragon's Blood anime universe is one of these other universes. And I also think the Dota 1 universe is another one of these universes that is going to merge with the Dota 2 universe in this Great Confluence. Because the Dota 1 universe also seems to be in the process of merging with the Dota 2 universe as we speak, because a bunch of crossover content from Dota 1 have been making its way into Dota 2 in the recent times. Yes, I know this might sound like a weird claim because technically Dota 2 is the successor of Dota 1, and therefore Dota 2 have been porting over Dota 1 content like heroes and items ever since it was launched. So this isn't something new, but the thing is Dota 2 stopped porting over Dota 1 content around the time they ported over the last Dota 1 hero back in 2016. Which is Underlord, and after that point all of the heroes, items and the gameplay changes like talents, neutral items and Scepter Shard upgrades were all original Dota 2 content and not content that was ported over from Dota 1. But now it seems like they have started to port over Dota 1 content all over again, but just in a different way than the last time. And some of these Dota 1 crossover content is already in game and are hiding in plain sight. So let's go over the Dota 1 crossovers that are already in game to prove that this is an ongoing process and I'm not crazy. And then we can move on and talk about the Dota 1 crossovers that I think might arrive later on when the Great Confluence approaches closer and closer. So first off, we have the fact that some of the recent cosmetic item releases seems to have a lot of Dota 1 references in them, so much so that it feels like the Dota 1 reality is merging with the Dota 2 reality. And I talked all about the connections between these two games in the previous Dota 1 alternate universe theory video. So if you guys are interested, you guys can go check out that video for more details on this matter. But anyways, the most obvious example of a cosmetic item with Dota 1 references in them is the Earthshaker's Planetfall Arcana, where this Arcana is literally based around the fact that the consciousness of the Dota 1 Earthshaker have merged with the Dota 2 Earthshaker's mind in such a way that the Dota 2 Earthshaker starts to recall the memories of the Dota 1 Earthshaker in the form of visions. And as a side effect of this connection, the Dota 2 Earthshaker also starts to act like the Dota 1 Earthshaker, because in his Arcana form, he starts to carry around his totem in the same way that the Dota 1 Earthshaker carried around his totem back in Dota 1. So basically, it's like the two Earthshakers from Dota 1 and Dota 2 merged together, and the end result is the Planetfall Arcana. Because if you think about it, this Arcana is literally merging the mind, body and soul of the two Earthshaker counterparts of these two games. So I think this is definitely a sign of the Dota 1 reality merging with the Dota 2 reality. And there are a couple of other similar cases to this, but I'm not going to talk about them in this video because of two reasons. One, because it requires a lot of explaining and takes us in tangents that are not relevant to this video. And two, I intend to explore those other cases in future videos, so I can't really talk about them in this video. But for now, just believe me when I say that the Earthshaker's Arcana is one of many cases showing us early signs of the Dota 1 universe merging with the Dota 2 universe. But anyways, the other things that indicate that Dota 1 is merging with Dota 2 is items, because the recent item releases seems to have brought back removed items from Dota 1 into Dota 2, and two of the most notable items that belong to this category is the Arcane Ring and the Leveler, because both of these items are not really new items but are actually re-releases of removed Dota 1 items with the same names that once existed in Dota 1. So since the origins of these items date back to Dota 1, I think it's safe to say that this is another indication of the Dota 1 and the Dota 2 games merging. So I'm pretty sure that we might see more of these kind of items from Dota 1 getting reintroduced into Dota 2 in the future. And in addition to these item releases, a lot of the existing Dota 2 heroes have been getting reworks, talent changes, scepter upgrades and scepter shard upgrades that sometimes have brought back aspects of removed abilities from Dota 1 into Dota 2 as well. And since I talked about these connections in one of my previous videos, I'm not gonna go into the details of this matter in this video, but I will talk about a few notable cases to prove my point and save time. So we have Lightstealer, Omni Knight, Terrorblade, Stormspirit and Faceless Void, and all of these heroes got a bunch of old removed Dota 1 abilities back from their Dota 1 days, because all of the following abilities that are shown in the screen right now are actually just modified versions of old removed abilities that these heroes had back in Dota 1. And there are many other similar cases to this, but I'm sure you guys get the point by now. But anyways, this concludes the Dota 1 content that have already arrived in Dota 2, so now let's talk about the ones that I think will arrive later on. And the first category of this upcoming Dota 1 content seems to be heroes. Yes, I know this might sound weird, because we know that all of the Dota 1 heroes have already been ported over to Dota 2, but there is one thing that we might have overlooked, because Dota 2 only ported over Dota 1 heroes who existed in Dota 1 up until its last patch, but there is a handful of Dota 1 heroes who never made it to this last patch, and these heroes fall into two categories, and the first category is removed heroes, which are heroes that once existed in Dota 1 but were later removed from the game because of various reasons, and the second category is unreleased heroes, which are heroes who were in the development stages and were only partially finished by the time IceFrog left Dota 1, and therefore they never ended up getting released into Dota 1 as new heroes. And the reason why I say that these removed and unreleased heroes from Dota 1 will make their way into Dota 2 in the Great Confluence is because of the hero data leaks that have been occurring in the recent years. Because when I analyzed these data leak heroes in my data leak analysis videos I did a while back, I found out that some of these data leak heroes seems to resemble these removed and unreleased heroes from Dota 1. And the two notable data leak heroes who each fall into these two categories is the Zephyrus hero and the Engineer hero. So let's start with the Zephyrus hero. So Zephyrus was a data leak hero who was leaked in the 2020 data leak, and his name and ability suggest that he is a wind themed hero. And another wind themed hero called the Wind Dancer was leaked later on in the 2021 data leak, and I think both of these names refer to the same hero because they are clearly similar. So Zephyrus might be his name while the Wind Dancer is probably his title. And when I analyzed both of these data leak heroes, I found out that their abilities are actually very similar to the abilities of a removed Dota 1 hero called Teorikaze the Wind God, and I strongly believe that this is an example of a removed Dota 1 hero seemingly getting ready to be released as a new Dota 2 hero, and there are actually signs of this hero's upcoming release, because back in Dota 1, Teorikaze shared its unit model with the Wildkin Neutral Creep, and in the Primal Beast update, the Wildkin Neutral Creeps got a couple of new abilities that are also similar to what Teorikaze had back in the day. So I think this is a hint dropped by Valve indicating that Teorikaze the Wind God is gonna make a return as Zephyrus the Wind Dancer in Dota 2. But anyways, now let's talk about the Engineer hero, who was a data leak hero revealed in the 2020 data leak. And when I analyzed this data leak hero, I found out that his abilities seems to match closely with the unreleased Dota 1 hero known as the Mortar Team. And this hero was only in the development stages when IceFrog left Dota 1, and therefore this hero never ended up getting released in Dota 1. But since this Engineer hero from the data leak is very similar to this unfinished Mortar Team hero, it seems like IceFrog has the intentions to complete this hero and release him into Dota 2 as a new hero. So as you can see, both removed and unreleased heroes from Dota 1 are seemingly preparing to be released into Dota 2 as new heroes. And yes, I am aware that these data leak heroes also seems to be ports of the Hon heroes called Zephyr and the Engineer, but that's probably because IceFrog worked on Hon for a while before joining Dota 2, so it's highly likely that he repurposed these two hero ideas that he created in Dota 1 to create these two Hon heroes. And since Hon recently shut down, I think IceFrog now has the ability to claim these heroes and port them over to Dota 2 without running into serious legal and copyright issues, because technically although these heroes belong to Hon, it seems like these heroes are IceFrog's creations, so he probably can port over these heroes into Dota 2 because Hon recently shut down. So we can say that these data leak heroes will be released into Dota 2 as both ports of these Hon heroes and reworked versions of these Dota 1 heroes. But since the origins of these heroes date back to Dota 1, we can say that this is another way that Dota 1 content is making its way into Dota 2 in the Great Confluence. And by the way, if you guys want to know more about these data leak heroes, you guys can go check out the data leak analysis videos I made a while back to get the full detailed analysis of these data leak heroes, links in the description. But anyways, the final type of Dota 1 content that we can sort of expect to come into Dota 2 is game mods. And I say this because a lot of the game mods that we currently have in Dota 2, like All Pick, Single Draft and Captain's Mode, are all mods that existed existed in Dota 1, and the hero pick order that we see in our Dota 2 matches is actually a format that was present in a Dota 1 game mode called League mode, and the Turbo mode that was introduced into Dota 2 is actually a mode that existed in Dota 1 called Easy mode. So judging by this trend, I think we might see more of the Dota 1 game modes making its way into Dota 2 in the future. So as you can see, all of this proves that the Dota 1 reality is in the process of merging with the Dota 2 reality, and I'm pretty sure this universe merging is a result of Aghanim messing around with the Continuum device, because like I said in my Aghanim's Continuum theory video I did a while back, he did bring a bunch of alter egos of himself from different realities into the Dota 2 reality when he activated the Continuum device. So it's not that far off to think that the recent surge of Dota 2 content releases with Dota 1 references in them is not just a coincidence, but are actually hints that are indicating the merging of these two games. So I think it's safe to say that we can expect more Dota 1 related content to be released into Dota 2 as the Great Confluence approaches closer and closer. So yeah, that's it for this video guys. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this, and comment down below and let me know what you guys think about the things that I talked about in this video, because I would love to know what you guys think. And with that said, don't forget to watch the other videos of this theory, because like I said at the start of this video is just one part of a bigger interconnected theory. So I highly recommend you guys to go check out those other videos of this ongoing theory to properly understand all of the things that I said in this video. And I'll leave the links for all of the related videos in the description box below, so you guys can check them out if you like. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.